Jokic is a joke, okay? He's a joke. You watch him play, he will shoot the ball, touch it, and catch it on the other side before these guys move.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you how good he really is.
Nikola Jokic's 2023 playoff run established him as one of the all-time NBA greats. We all knew how good he was and what his capabilities were, but the one thing he was missing in his resume was big postseason success. With his performance in the 2023 playoffs, where he led the Nuggets to their first NBA championship in franchise history, as well as winning the Finals MVP for himself, Nikola Jokic checked the field ultimate playoff success on his to-do list. With outstanding performances on such a high level, the Joker received a lot of attention and gained much respect from older NBA legends. Let's see what they had to say about the Serbian big man and what makes him that special. Hakeem The Dream Olajuwon was one of, if not the best center in the 1990s NBA era. Known for his tremendous footwork, soft touch around the rim, but mostly for his dream shake, from which he earned his nickname, Hakeem was a force to be reckoned with during his prime days. He was so good down in the post that after finishing his playing career, he started teaching his bag of tricks to NBA players. LeBron James, Kevin Garnett, Dwight Howard, as well as many other NBA legends are all students of Hakeem The Dream. A player whose game relied mostly on his skills rather than athleticism is obviously going to like Nikola Jokic's game, whose game relies on skill and basketball IQ only. He's playing the game, and you think he's not serious, but he's so effective. His shot, his fakes, they're very difficult to time. You don't know when he's faking and when it's real. He has tricks. He's the one. Tracy McGrady was a star during his playing days, who was often compared to the Black Mamba himself, before injury started to take a serious toll on his career. T-Mac was known for being a crafty and skilled shooting guard whose move you couldn't predict beforehand, simply because his bag was that deep. With one of the most unique playing styles and serious passion for hooping, it's safe to say that T-Mac can recognize game when he sees it. The passes he makes from one side to the court to another, on time and on target, the bounce passes in between defenses, you can't guard him on the post because he's too big, he can't jump over a dollar bill, he rebounds, he's amazing. Before the Joker's arrival to the NBA, Dallas Mavericks legend Dirk Nowitzki was considered the ultimate European big man. Soft touch from both outside and inside the paint, one of the first big men who consistently shot from three-point range, an amazing leader. We can go on all day if we started complimenting Dirk's game. Known for his signature one-legged fadeaway jumper, Dirk now has some competition when it comes to most recognizable post moves due to the new phenomenon known on the streets as the Sombor Shuffle, or Nikola Jokic's post-fadeaway shot. Dirk's legacy made a big jump when he led the Mavs to a championship in 2011 over the Big Three Miami Heat, something that we now witness with Nikola Jokic's basketball legacy. Dirk is a big basketball fanatic and follows both NBA and European basketball closely, so of course he's aware of the Joker's talents. Jokic has got a knack for making tough shots, so I was not really surprised that he ended up making that. He can put the release point all the way behind his head and then shoot it super high in the air with unbelievable mark. I'm happy for him. He's amazing, one of the best players in the world, and he's showing that right now on this stage. Unlike Nowitzki's fadeaway that was always launched off his left leg, the Sombor Shuffle, which Jokic developed in 2017 during shooting workouts while recovering from a sprained left ankle, is launched off his right foot. It's just something that works for him. I never liked shooting off that right foot on that one. I thought I felt it was super hard for me just to coordinate. It was easier off the left foot, but it actually looks pretty smooth for him off the right leg. There's no way to get it as a defender because he's also 7 feet and moving away from the defender on that shot. It's just impossible to get to. Reggie Miller is one of the NBA's all-time greatest shooters. Now an NBA analyst, Reggie can sometimes find himself being biased in favor of his peers from his playing days. Despite being a big-time Nikola Jokic fan and a huge admirer of his game, Reggie still can't put Nikola's name next to those of Hakeem Olajuwon and David Robinson. I would say he would be knocking on the door. I can't put him in there with Hakeem yet. I can't put him in there with David Robinson because he's going to have to win another championship. With the numbers he's put up, he's historic. We've never seen anything like it before. He's somewhat of a unicorn with the ability to score, to assist, to rebound. The passes have been phenomenal, but at the end of the day, it's just one championship. And I know people want to get caught up in that, yeah. If he builds up a body of work and he comes back with another championship, then we can open the door and start having these conversations. But with one championship, I can't put him in there with Hakeem, who has 2. David Robinson, I believe, has 2 or 3. It's very difficult for me to put him in that company. He's nowhere near Shaq, in my opinion, in terms of centers. With all the triple-doubles Jokic has posted, he's dominated the game at a legendary level, something very few players have managed to achieve. Charles Barkley, who was one of the most dominant players in the 90s himself, has found Jokic to be reminiscent of Tim Duncan. Despite dominating the game in a different way, Tim Duncan and Nikola Jokic still have some similarities in their game, especially their high basketball IQ, low temper, and zero selfishness. So, Chuck had made an interesting point about the two. He's taking it to another level. The thing he tripped out, those one-legged floaters, off the wrong leg and things like that, Hakeem Olajuwon and Kevin McHale, they were going to shoot a fadeaway or an up and under. This dude be shooting one-legged floaters off of the wrong leg. Just the way he plays, he's just like, hey, I just want to play basketball. This is my job, I ain't gonna complain. If a guy's open, I'ma pass the ball, I don't care who gets the glory. He reminds me of Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan's the greatest power forward ever. He never complained, just went out and played basketball. You don't know a lot about him off the court. That's what the Joker reminds me of. Former Charles Barkley rival, now colleague at Inside the NBA, Shaquille O'Neal is known as the most dominant force in all of basketball's history. The Diesel was not someone you wanted to be matched up against. Despite dominating the game due to his overpowering frame and athleticism, Shaquille O'Neal was quite a skilled big man himself. You don't put up 30 points in a season in the 2000s on muscle alone. Shaq was a great rim protector in his early days. However, as his career went on and he started to put on more mass, he was falling down a bit, but still remained an above-average defender. Despite all of that, and Jokic being one of the hardest centers to guard in NBA history, Shaquille O'Neal sees him as a pretty good matchup, who he wouldn't have any problems with while defending. Only way he would be able to score on me is in a pick-and-roll situation, because I'd probably have to help with Jamal Murray, which frees him up a little bit. If he's going down in the post, I don't want no help. If he shoots a jump hook over me, good shot. Despite appreciating Jokic's talents and skills, Shaq still can't admit that the Joker would be a problem for him. Lakers legend and the man on the NBA logo, Jerry West, was one of the first highly skilled on-ball players in NBA history. A great eye for talent proven on multiple occasions during his career as a general manager, the logo is a big-time fan of Nikola Jokic's game. The Los Angeles Lakers great says the Serbian center's thinking on the court is that like some of the NBA's best. He thinks like Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Chris Paul, LeBron James, and he's 7 feet tall. You watch him and he shoots shots and you say, oh my goodness, this has no chance. But the key to him is he has incredible hands. If you look at a rebound, 4 to 5 guys are there, and he just reaches for a rebound, he can be right in the middle of 8 hands, and somehow that ball comes out in his hands. He's just remarkable, fun to watch. When he's playing, it looks like he's playing in a hammock. He looks so relaxed. Nikola Jokic is one of the most unique players ever, so you can hardly game plan against him. However, one of the NBA's greatest defenders, the big ticket Kevin Garnett, thinks he might just have figured out the strategy to stop the Joker. Soon as you take it out and you're trailing, man, I'm waiting on you. I'm at the free throw line at the end waiting on you. And guess what? I'm going to bump you a little bit. We're gonna run up together. I'ma bump you a little bit. I'm going to smell your cologne, your hairspray. By the time we get to the three-point line, I'ma run back because I got some responsibilities. As you go into the pick and roll, boom. We're gonna go into the pick and roll together. Hey, go under us. The guard gonna come under. If I gotta show, I'ma show early. You cannot give him the same thing. Joker's so smart, he's letting you come down. He's letting you initiate. He's like a counterpunch. Bam! Then on the offensive end, oh no, we're gonna run. Get down here first, I'ma be big. Come on, give me the motherfucker here. I didn't get it this time. I'm gonna be setting hard picks, rolling hard. That's just KG being KG, man. There are some elite defenders in today's NBA, but they haven't been able to plan against Nikola Jokic. His combination of scoring ability on all 3 levels and elite court vision and passing means a defender is always giving him an option. His skill set's at such a high level that there's hardly any tactic that can really stop him. One of the greatest of all time already, let's enjoy Nikola Jokic while he's performing at such a level.